Hi there, it's me again, your Lavanya. We are continuing our discussion on Thiruvarutpayan, verse number 17. Yet another very interesting verse for us. Sathu Asanthai சாராது அசத்து அறியாது அங்கண் இவை உய்த்தல் சதசத்தாம் உயிர். Today we are discussing, or rather the 10 verses that we are discussing is about the nature of the soul. So we have already seen souls are infinity. There are so many souls around us and we are one among it, and we are discussing about the characteristics of the soul. And one very important characteristic is what is discussed over here. We have already seen, even in Unmai Vilakkam, we have already seen there are 3 things in this world. We have already discussed about it. We called it as Padi, Pasu, Pasam, which is nothing but the Almighty God, which is the one of the element, which is the thing. The second one is the souls, which is n number of souls, and the third one is the entanglement, or rather something that is binding us. So there are 3 things that we have been talking about: Padi, Pasu, Pasam. Now we are going to discuss about the characteristics of these 3. You look at Almighty, He doesn't differentiate good or bad because He is apart, He is away from all these. He is beyond all these. So He doesn't really categorize something as good or bad, which we all are aware of. So imagine whether we are, because whenever we do puja, we need to offer some kind of food, right? That is one of our ritual, very important ritual. So we make delicious food and then we offer. Now sometimes we see just one single banana that is kept in front of God. Alternatively, we see just one piece of coconut offered, or we see like 4 or 5 raisins kept in front of God. Some families, what they do is they prepare sumptuous meal to prepare, and they will prepare and they will present it for God. Imagine, does God bother about this? Is He really the one eating it? No, He doesn't care about it also. Now let's look at the food. Does the plantain, the banana know, wow, I have been offered to God? It's obviously not going to realize that. Does the coconut, a strip of coconut, knows that it has been offered to God? It will not realize. Or when we make something like pongal or payasam, which is a sweet dessert that we prepare. Now you look at it, the dessert doesn't know that it has this kind of a taste and this is going to be offered to God or whatever. It doesn't need to know, which means it is simply brainless. It doesn't have any intelligence of its own. So one, which is Lord Shiva, which is the Almighty, who is the God that we are referring to over here, He is intelligent. The second one is something that has no intelligence, which is going to be the Pasam. Now where are we now? We are the one enjoying both sides. We are the blessed soul. Actually, if you look at it, we are the blessed soul. You know why? We are able to appreciate both these things. We are able to enjoy the benefit of both these things. So it's a real double bonus for us, or double bonanza for us. Imagine a situation. I am the one able to wear a nice piece of dress. I am able to prepare a lot of food and all these, and after offering to God, I am the one eating it. After offering to God, I am the one wearing it. So if you look at it, the soul is the one which is blessed with all these. I have the best of both worlds. I can enjoy what is called as the pasam, and at the same time I can go and enjoy what is called as padi. So this is what the characteristic or the attribute of a soul is. That is called with a technical term called as Sada Sathu. There are 3 technical terms that we are getting introduced over here. One is Siva Sathu, which is the Almighty. Another one is Sada Sathu, which is the soul. The third one is Asathu or Sada Sathu. Asathu or Sadasathu, which means no intelligence. So that is the third one. Now you look at it, this is a very important concept that we are talking about. Usually we say humans are a product of the nature. Where we are, right, wherever we are, we acquire that characteristic and we beef up our skills and knowledge around that, and we start working towards that. We work towards that. Where are we getting our knowledge from? It is based on where we are. The surrounding matters a lot. That is why we always say satsangam is important, which is being with the same group of people, the same wavelength mindset people. Because when we are with people who sing the praises of God and they are just talking only about God, when we are around them, we will also be picking up the same information. But when we are in a group of poisoned mind kind of a people, we also tend to be poisoned, because human brain is something that acquires what is around us. We don't have a natural intelligence. We do have a natural intelligence, but it can be influenced by the surrounding. So in order to not to be influenced in a negative manner, what we have to do is always find people who are with a same wavelength, who are devotees of God, and they are always talking about God, who's always talking in a positive vibe and all these, because the vibration around us is very, very important. And that is what today's verse talks about. It's a very interesting song to say, to say that Sada Sathu is what our characteristic is all about, which is to simply say we acquire, or rather we are the one benefiting from both, which is Padi as well as Pasam. So with that, the 17th verse comes to an conclusion. I'll come back again with the next verse very soon. Until then, bye-bye.